And now you know just how easy it is to maximize your damage and rebirth within only a couple of hours, even as a free-to-play player who only has the lightning cannons, so that you can get the maximum amount of rebirth and give yourself a 200% increased chance at getting the new huge and titanic. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Pet Sim 99 video. Today I'm going to be going over the new Tycoon Part 2 update, and I'll be showing you how you can do the most amount of damage to rebirth as fast as possible. But before I get into that, if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once I reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be hosting a massive 50 huge pet giveaway on Pet Sim 99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. But until then, I'll continue to give away at least 10 huge pets every video, and if you want a chance to win one of these huge pets, all the giveaway information will be in the description. Okay, so first off, I do have a bit of cold, so excuse my voice, I might sound a little stuffy, and also you may notice that I am currently on an alt account. My main account is in the same server, but I'm trying to go for the most amount of damage as possible, so I'm just going to have it sitting in here for probably the next week and see how well it does. As you can see, I already have the confetti cannon and the black hole cannon, so I am doing as much damage as I possibly can in hopes that I can end up getting one of these huge pets. Now, getting into this update, today they basically just expanded the Tycoon base and added a few new huge pets and titanics, but more importantly, they added the new Rebirth shrine where you can rebirth your Tycoon to earn a ton of new benefits, including a 10% increase in titanic and huge chance for every rebirth up to rebirth 20, which is the max rebirth. So yeah, if you're going to be playing this update, rebirthing your Tycoon is going to be essential if you're trying to get yourself some of these huges and titanics that are in the event. Now, luckily, the odds of this huge are the same as last week, so if it does increase with every rebirth, this will be an incredibly easy free-to-play huge pet, but we'll have to see how much the odds actually increase once you reach max rebirth. So in order to actually rebirth, you need to max out the 3 cannons in the middle up here and the 3 cannons in the middle on the bottom floor. Now, you do not have to get any of the exclusive cannons, so you do not need the lightning cannon or the nuclear cannon, and you do not need the confetti cannon or the black hole cannon. However, each one of these will increase your damage by quite a bit, so if you can get some of them, I would definitely recommend it. Now, getting the 3 middle cannons is a bit confusing, but you actually unlock the ability to buy a new cannon every time you buy a new area down here. So if you're wondering how you can buy the next cannon, you just got to go down here and buy the next area. And then once we go back up top, you'll see that the next cannon is available to buy. And the same thing works for the last cannon. So I'm just going to buy the area one more time and then go up to the top. And as you can see, we have all 3 of the free-to-play cannons right here. Now, obviously, to rebirth, you need to max out all these cannons, so you need to buy all the buttons, which can be pretty expensive. So to get enough money to max out these cannons as fast as possible, you really want to do as much as you can to increase your damage, and that is what I'm going to talk about now. So unfortunately, to increase your damage in this event, there actually isn't too much that you can do, but one of the best things that you can do is actually use some of the cannon boosts. Now, in particular, if you use a cannon speed booster and the cannon damage booster, this will help significantly increase the amount of damage that you're doing and the speed at which you're going through the rounds, meaning it'll increase the amount of money that you are making. Now, these 2 boosts are actually pretty cheap, so if you can afford them, I would definitely recommend getting them. And in the newest update, they did also add 2 more boosts. However, only one of them actually increases your damage, and it's not a very significant increase. It only gives your cannons a 5% chance of a critical hit, which does do significantly more damage, but it's not a very large increase in chance. So this boost is definitely not essential, but if you want to do the most amount of damage as possible, I would definitely recommend getting a few of these and having them active. Now, before I talk about the most important thing when it comes to damage, I do want to quickly touch on the enchants. Now, believe it or not, you do not need any enchants at all to actually farm this event, including a magnet. Even without a magnet enchant, every orb that drops from this breakable area will automatically come to you, and you do not need a magnet. So with that being said, the only enchants that I really run are ones that help me increase the odds of hatching huge pets and hatching stat pets from the last egg, since these are very important when it comes to damage, which I will touch on very soon. So I like to use 2 lucky egg 10s, an active huge overload, and a rainbow egg. Every other enchant is null and does not matter if you're farming this event. So if you are going to use enchants, I would recommend using lucky eggs and maybe a rainbow egg and an active huge overload if you are planning on AFK hatching while you are farming this event. So with that being said, that leads to the most important thing that every player can do to increase their damage, and that is to make sure you're using the best team as possible. Now, only pets from the Tycoon world will actually provide damage for this event. As you can see, the stat pets from other worlds do 0 damage. So when farming this event, you want to make sure you have a team of full stat pets from this world. Now, in the newest egg, the best stat pet that you can get is this Agony up here. However, in my opinion, the easiest stat pet to get and the cheapest one to buy right now that you should be getting getting is these Rainbow Shiny Wild Frost Agonies. As you can see, these do 30 damage, and even the rainbow version of the last stat pet here only does 24 damage. So in comparison, these are much better, and the only pet that is going to be better than it is going to be a Rainbow Shiny Wild Fire Agony or a Rainbow Shiny Wild Galaxy Agony, which are both going to be much more difficult to actually get. Now lastly, stunt huge pets do actually count towards damage. However, this can be a bit misleading. The only stunt huge pet that I found that actually does more damage than these stat pets is the shiny huge torpedo shepherd, which is worth 2 billion diamonds. So obviously it is pretty expensive. Now even the rainbow huge stunt cat does not do more damage than these stat pets here. So as you can see on the bottom, I currently have 455% damage. If I unequip one of these, I will have 425% damage. And then if I equip a rainbow stunt huge cat, I will have 452% damage. So that's 3% less damage, even for a rainbow pet compared to just this Rainbow Shiny Wild Frost Agony. So even most huge pets will not do more damage. And that is the same thing for this shiny stunt cat. I went ahead and tested it with the shiny one as well. This does not do more damage than this stat pet here. The only pet that I found that actually does more damage is this huge torpedo shepherd. As you can see, I currently have 447% damage. If I take off one of these and put on the huge torpedo, I have 452% damage. So for some reason, this huge pet shiny variant does actually do a little more damage. However, this is probably out of reach for most players. So when it comes to your pets, I would definitely just stick to a full team of at least Rainbow Shiny Wild Frost Agonies, as these are not very expensive. And then if you can, upgrade yourself to Rainbow Shiny Wildfire Agonies. And eventually, once more of these get hatched, upgrade yourself to some Rainbow Shiny Wild Galaxy Agonies. Now, unfortunately, those are all the ways that you can increase your damage to help get the most amount of money as possible to help Rebirth. However, I do want to mention that these pay-to-win cannons actually don't do as much damage as you would expect. So unless you're going for the leaderboard, I would definitely not recommend getting the black hole cannon or the nuclear cannon. However, the lightning cannon is pretty cheap, so if you can afford it, I would definitely get it. I think it's only worth around 9 million diamonds for the 100 tokens. And then once the confetti cannon tokens go down in price, I would definitely recommend getting your hands on one of these as well. But the black hole cannon and the nuclear cannon are a bit overpriced unless you're going for leaderboards, so I would not recommend getting those. So with all these things in mind, I'm going to go to my alt account, which does not have the confetti cannon or the black hole cannon. The only exclusive cannon that it has is the lightning cannon, and I'm going to see how long it takes to actually rebirth. So I'm going to activate a few of these boosts. I don't have many right now, but I will get a few more in a little bit. And then I'm going to start hatching this egg and equipping the stat pets as I get them. Now, hopefully this doesn't take too long, and I'm assuming the more you rebirth, the easier it gets. However, I did not see it say that you get any increase in the amount of coins that you're getting, so maybe that might be wrong. But with that being said, let's see how long it takes to actually rebirth. Now, while I'm basically just AFKing to rebirth, I'm going to go check my mailbox quickly. If you want to donate to me using the mailbox, my username is loopedmuffin_RBX. I read all the messages that you guys send me and appreciate all of your mail, but I'm only able to shout out anything over 5 million diamonds in wrap or any exclusive pet. Thank you so much, Boy Solo, for the 50 million diamonds, the 2,500 crystal keys, and the huge player fox. That is so generous. Thank you. Thank you, Pumpkin, for the 600 crystal keys. Thank you, Loom, for the diamond fishing rod. Thank you, Mark, for the blueberry cow. Thank you, Rodney, for the 2,000 gift bags. Thank you, YYY, for the classic dog. And thank you, Tootiog, for the 7 million diamonds. And thank you, Kid is Cool, for the hypnotic cat. And thank you, Ellie Oscar, for the huge happy computer. Thank you. Thank you, Ohio Cat, for the huge player fox golden. Thank you. And Ohio Cat for another huge player fox and 10 million diamonds and a rainbow huge player fox and a shiny huge player fox and 50 million more diamonds. Thank you so much. You are incredibly generous. Thank you. These are definitely going to go into the giveaways. Thank you, I Don't, for the 6 million diamonds. Thank you, Womb, for the 7 million diamonds. Thank you, Astro Flynn, for the huge red wolf and the 20 million diamonds. Thank you. Thank you, Ztaz, for the 8 hype eggs. And thank you to everyone else who sent me mail. I got a lot of stuff this time, and I am incredibly grateful, and most of it will be going back into low tier huges for the giveaways. Okay, so it's now been about almost 3 hours since I last recorded, and I finally got enough coins to buy the last button, allowing me to now rebirth. Now, as you can see on this account, I do not have the black hole cannon. I do not have the confetti cannon. The only exclusive cannon that I have is the lightning cannon. I don't even have the nuclear cannon. So if you have the confetti cannon, you can expect to rebirth even faster than that. But for around 2 to 3 hours of just straight AFKing, being able to rebirth is actually pretty good. And now you know just how easy it is to maximize your damage and rebirth within only a couple of hours, even as a free-to-play player who only has the lightning cannons, so that you can get the maximum amount of rebirth and give yourself a 200% increased chance at getting the new huge and Titanic. Now this is pretty insane. As you can see, after only one rebirth, the odds went down by 1 out of 200, which is actually a lot more than I expected. Same as the Titanic, it went down by 1 out of 100,000. So that is pretty insane. So yeah, if you maximize your rebirths, these huges are going to be pretty easy to get. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget that once I reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be doing a massive 50 huge pet giveaway on Pet Sim 99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. And with that all being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck grinding. Congrats to this user for being the first person to comment on my last Pet Sim 99 video with their Roblox username. You have won yourself a free huge pet. I do these kind of giveaways every single video, so if you want a chance to be the first commenter, make sure to turn on post notifications. It's time to roll the winners of the giveaway for my last Pet Sim 99 video. Since this video did not reach any of its like goals, I will only be giving away 10 huge pets. As always, the usernames of all the winners will be shown on screen at the end of this time lapse. Congratulations to all of the winners.